In a world where beloved intellectual properties are forced to be alone and kept separate from one another against their will, two men intend to break them free of this oppressive regime and bring these franchises together through the medium of crossover fanfiction. This is Crossover Quest!
Hello everyone, and welcome to Crossover Quest with me and Ali, me being William.
Hi.
Hello Ali.
So, this week
we are doing a crossover, obviously, as we usually do. You want to tell them what it is?
Sure, it's Harry Potter and Hitman.
Yay! That'll be fun for all the family.
Harry Potter, of course, being the much beloved children's book franchise / movie enterprise.
Yeah, with theme parks and
video games on the PS2.
And other stuff.
Yeah, that's sort of
we don't really have to explain Harry Potter to the majority of people.
That's
Everyone
true.
knows it's zeitgeisty, it's huge.
So I'll let you explain Hitman to people then.
Hitman's a video game predominantly, although there's been a couple of movies now. I think one's just come out, and it's about basically a hitman. He's very distinctive in that he's bald and wears a suit, totally bald, wears a suit. He sticks out like a sore thumb. He looks like a sore thumb actually when you think about it. So that's a bit weird if he's a hitman or whatever. But the games are quite stealthy, and you kind of stalk your prey. You try and set up the hit, and you take them out. And I've only played them a bit, but that's what they are. It's a franchise, I guess. I'm sure there's been comics. I think we can just say that everything. There's been comics, but definitely been video games and a couple of movies.
I've never played a Hitman game.
Have you not?
No, never even played one. I've never played a Harry Potter game either, but I don't have to go on about that as much.
I don't think I have either, but you've read the Harry Potter. That's like saying, well, I've never played a Hitman game, but I've read the Hitman comics. You've read Harry Potter, or at least you've seen the films.
No, I've never read or seen the films.
You've never seen any of the films?
I saw The Philosopher's Stone, and I didn't like it. I thought it wasn't very good.
First one?
Yeah.
Alright.
And then I saw one years later, I don't know which one it was, but the bit at the start was quite funny. There's a bit in the bus. That's not the funny bit. There's a bit of the bus at the start, and then they're in like an office, and the guy's like
I'll tell you what, man,
showing him food.
I'm the wrong person to ask. I'm not that up on it either.
No.
We've explained them. We've explained them very concisely what they are, so everybody knows.
We've done a bunch of different stuff, different franchises at this point.
We have, yeah.
And so far, you really like Dirty Dancing, but other than that, we don't know any of these IPs whatsoever.
I really liked F-Zero.
Oh, that's true.
There just wasn't an awful lot to go on.
Flintstones, I guess we were like, did we like it?
Yeah, we liked it. Turtles, we liked.
Yeah, Turtles.
We liked. We didn't actually dislike anything we've done so far.
No, that's true.
I
don't think I actively dislike Harry Potter. It's something I know. I'm ignorant to it.
I'm ambivalent. It's alright. I think I've seen most of the films. I think I sat with mates and sat and watched like a bunch of them.
What group of mates is getting together to watch Harry Potter?
We had them all in HD DVD. Remember the HD DVDs? I literally got them all for like £1 each in Game Station a few years ago, and yeah, we sat down and watched them all. But I haven't seen the very last one. I saw the first half of they broke the last one.
Yeah.
So the first one of them and not the last one, and I haven't read the last book. I read the first chunk of books, like 4 or 5.
So my knowledge going in is like just based on things that other people have said.
But Harry Potter is so zeitgeisty. It is so zeitgeisty. We know everything. We know all the characters' names. We know everything. People know everything about Harry Potter, so that's an easy one to go on.
Yeah, that's true. Hitman, on the other hand,
yeah, a lot more elusive, which is funny because, like I say, it sticks out like a sore thumb.
All I know about Hitman is Blood Money was one of the games. I think that's supposed to be a good one.
I don't know an awful lot. I know they've rebooted it a few times, or they're rebooting it again. And there was like that iPhone game Go version, which was like simplified version of Hitman. But no, I've you know me, I've played. I think I've bought a couple of Hitman games. Remember, I bought one on the PS2, I bought one on the 360, and I played them both. Tried to play them both for a couple of hours, couldn't do it. It's one of these games I couldn't play, like Metal Gear Solid. I just couldn't do it.
Which you're nuts for not being able to play Metal Gear
Can't
Solid.
play it.
I've actually never even tried to play Hitman. I've never had the opportunity.
When I picked it up, I was holding the controller and trying to play it, and alright, walking around's easy enough, but generally I felt like a total noob holding a controller for the first time, trying to make the character go. Couldn't really get him to do anything. I sound like a complete idiot saying that, but everyone's got games like that. Everyone's got a game that's like a blind spot for them. They just cannot engage with it at all. So yeah, not the best, but hey. But they're both quite popular in their own way. Harry Potter is massively, massively more popular.
I think so, yeah. So Harry Potter's got theme parks. Does Hitman have anything other than anything obscure like that?
I think you get these like bobblehead money character things of Hitman in like loot crates. I think that's basically.
I think that's entirely.
And I think
what
it's been
loot crates are.
comics. I think there's been
comics,
Hitman.
yeah.
Every game has comics. There's probably more Hitman DLC than there is Harry Potter DLC. Yeah, there probably is. I was going to say there's been a lot of Harry Potter games, but not recently.
Not recently, no.
And
it's just about time for a new Harry Potter game, I'd say.
probably, yeah, probably do it all again.
Yeah.
That's interesting, yeah.
But yeah, we've written stories about these franchises, and we've crossed them together. You see,
We've done what with the what now?
We got
written stories. Yes.
Yes. You've written a story.
Yes.
Definitely this time. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you definitely written a
What do you mean
story.
this time?
I don't know, man.
The suspicion never goes away. I'm like a marked man. It's so unfair.
I just don't think anyone's got that good a memory.
It's like you get arrested one time, and from the rest of your life, you're always looking over your shoulder when you see a police car. Every time I see a police car, man, I just can't help but look over my shoulder and terrifies me. Every time, I just keep thinking they're after me. Anyway, that's what it's like. I feel like I'm just it's entrapment is what it is. Set me up to fail. Now, like you, I don't have papers. I'll be reading it off my phone, just in case anyone ever wonders why they don't hear me ruffling papers.
Alright, you got.
Because if I was, by the way, audience,
other weeks you haven't had your phone out.
no, my phone's right next to me, so I can read it from where I'm sitting. I've got good peripheral vision.
It's basically like
It's
180
got
degrees to
a
your eye.
fantastic
It's
viewing
completely
angle.
flat.
Samsung Galaxy S5 has an amazing viewing angle.
He's like, you
Everybody
can
knows
read
that.
all your words.
It's not as good as my old phone. That viewing angle, I could actually read from it in another room. It's that good viewing angle, but yeah, that's the deal. But I just say to the audience, in case you're always wondering why you don't hear paper rustling, it's even if I was faking it, I could just paper rustle for fake. So that doesn't prove anything.
Well, I could see that you're just paper rustling for fake, though, and say to the audience, he's just paper rustling for fake.
Yeah, Ali wouldn't let it fly. He would dob me in. So let's just do this thing.
My story this week is called Harry Potter and Hitman. I didn't name it again. I feel like I should be naming it. They should have some name that relates to something that happens in the story. But
You don't want to give anything away. I get it, man.
yeah, I call it it would have to be called Harry Potter and Hitman. Spoiler alert. Subtitle.
Yeah. Secret of the Ooze or something like that. Yeah.
On a hot summer's day, there's nothing better than a play around the sandpit. If you're a 6-year-old boy. 6-year-old boys love a play around the sandpit. And this boy was both. He was 6 years old, and he loved to play around the sandpit. His name was Harry Potter, a dumb-looking kid with thick glasses, a cow's lick, and a perpetual iron brew moustache. The type of kid that gets bullied a lot. And this boy was both. He was the type of kid that got bullied a lot, and he was getting bullied.
And a patch over one eye.
Yeah, like just on the glasses.
Yeah. To fix his sight.
But not like a NHS one, like
No.
white paper taped on of sellotape, cheap Barra sellotape.
Awesome.
Give me all your lunch money, said a stocky 7-year-old, towering over Harry. It's 7 o'clock at night, I don't have any lunch money left. Have I had my dinner already? Harry pleaded. What did you have for dinner? Shitty action figures? Kids say weird things. The 7-year-old proceeded to gut punch Harry right in the balls. Harry doubled over, feeling as though his entire body was being sucked through a vacuum in his groin. The bully kneed Harry in the face, right in the balls. Harry fell to the ground, getting sand inside him.
Not very good biology classes at this school, is it, really?
Maybe, we don't know what school
Because
they
I
go
have
to.
no sense of physiology at all.
Harry might have had decorative balls placed around his face.
That's a
and,
good point, yeah.
And gut.
Maybe he's dressed up like Christmas tree.
Maybe. If you don't give me all your lunch money, I'll take it by force, said the bully as he lifted his booted foot.
Is that not force, what he was doing already? Is that not constitute
Yeah,
force?
he wasn't taking it by force.
Kick flipping him in the groin and all that stuff.
That was just general force. It
I
wasn't
see.
taking something by
Oh
force.
my god.
Said the bully as he lifted his booted foot, winding up for a big head stomp on the old dip. Fire magic, called out a stranger's voice. The bully turned around to see who was there, and was struck in the eye by a lit match. Harry looked up to see a young boy in full kick-ass wizard cosplay, with wizardly robes and a gnarled old wooden staff, brazenly lighting matches and throwing them like a badass. What a badass, thought Harry. I'm telling my mum on you and my dad is stronger than your dad, cried the bully, sobbing up the road. The wizardy kid helped Harry to his feet. Thank you, thanked Harry. Who are you? He who argued. My name is Agent 47, and one day I'm going to be the most great wizard in the world. Agent 47 struck a wizard pose as the sun set behind him. It was the coolest thing Harry had ever seen. Over that summer, the two boys became the best of friends. Ross. They operated the David Schwimmer latex skin suit from inside, with Harry doing the arms and Agent 47, being the stronger of the two boys, walking the legs with Harry on his shoulders. They did this during seasons 4 and 5 while Schwimmer was operating the Freddie Prinze Jr. latex skin suit on She's All That. They really bonded over their years on the Friends set and quickly became the best of friends. Chandler.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Sorry. 10 years later at Assassin Academy, Agent 47 sit in the library studying for his higher hitman exam. Learning to kill people really quietly seemed pretty cool when he enrolled. Kind of like Wizard of Death, but his heart just wasn't in it. He put down the book and looked around the library, daydreaming that all the books were filled with spells and arcane magic symbols. He still really wanted to be a wizard. Walking through the park on his way home, there were some boys playing as wizards. It made Agent 47 think back to when he used to try and get Harry to play wizards with him, but Harry had no interest in being a wizard. In my eyes, you're the only wizard, he'd say to Agent 47. Those were good times. Well, 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 would you look who it is, came a familiar voice. Oh crap, thought Agent 47. There stood Harry Potter with some of his friends from the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. If it isn't Agent 47, Harry quipped. Yeah, very good, Harry, said Agent 47 as he tried to walk past them. Harry's friend stopped him. Kick his ass, Harry, said the sexy girl one. Take it easy, guys, Agent 47 pleaded. Man, you're such an ass wimp, said Harry, disgusted. Remember how much you cried when you hadn't been accepted to Hogwarts? What an ass wimp. It was actually Harry that cried when Agent 47 hadn't been accepted. Yeah, it makes you think who the real ass wimp is, doesn't it? Harry's friends laughed at Agent 47. This guy applied for Hogwarts, the sexy girl one said. That's hilarious. Yeah, were you applying to be the janitor or something? Mocked the sexy boy one.
Sexy boy.
Agent 47 tried to squeeze past them once more, but Harry stopped him. Face it, Agent 47, he said, threateningly. You're nothing but a muggle. The group laughed at Agent 47. He clenched his fist. Don't you dare call me that, he said. What are you going to do, muggle? I'm a fucking wizard! Agent 47 knew he couldn't beat a wizard. He said nothing. That's what I thought. I think we should show Agent 47 the new spell we learned today. Harry's friends giggled sexily. Magic spell, cried Harry, as magical light shot from his magic wand. The light struck Agent 47, and he fell to the ground. Harry and his friends walked away laughing, and talking smack about Agent 47.
I find it a little bit hard to believe that they just learned that spell of how to knock someone over. Like, they're talking so much smack and being so aggressive, but they've literally... were they nice kids until the day they learned how to basically punch someone with magic, and then they just went out and became total thugs?
Well, we'll see. I always, like, you ask good questions, but I'm like, oh, we'll see. You always ask about what's coming up next.
I'm a journalist.
Right, exactly. Once they were out of sight, Agent 47 picked himself up. He looked at his reflection in his phone to check the damage the spell had done. He was completely bald.
Because he's bald in the game.
Yeah, and that's why he's bald. So now you know.
Now I know.
Later that night, Agent 47 was stressing out. Not only would he have to face the whole school tomorrow with a big shiny bald head, but it was also the day of his higher hitman exam.
Higher hitman? As in high school hires?
Yeah, the higher hitman exam. I don't think they have hires anymore.
Do they not?
I think it's called something else now.
I just thought he was training to be a higher hitman.
Oh, I probably should have made that more clear.
It doesn't matter.
I should call it SQA higher hitman exam.
No, I know.
As he walked into the schoolyard, Agent 47 paused, braced himself, and stepped into the view of the other kids. They all thought it made him look badass. You look awesome, said one guy. Man, look like an assassin much, said another. You should totally wear a suit and red tie and get a barcode tattoo on your neck, said someone else in the crowd of adoring students. Bald Agent 47 was an instant hit. For the first time in his life, he was one of the cool kids. By the time the Hitman Higher exam had started, Agent 47 was full of confidence and had a girlfriend.
Good for him.
I'm not sweating this exam one bit, he said to his entourage. Way to go, you're the man, said one of his new friends. Agent 47 totally aced the written portion of the exam, not sweating it one bit. The invigilator stood up and addressed the students in the exam hall. Pencils down, please. The written portion of the exam is finished. Place your papers to the right-hand side of the desk, and my colleagues Andrew and Melissa will collect them from the front, make their way to the back of the room, and then come back up the next aisle over. Please remain seated while we collect the papers. Thank you. This took 4 minutes for Andrew and Melissa to collect the papers. Then the invigilator said, Thank you. Now that the papers have been collected, it's time for the practical portion of the exam. Bring me the heart of a wizard. Cheers erupted in the exam hall as the students' thirst for blood was finally to be quenched. And I know just the wizard, said Agent 47, popular kidly. At this point in the day, 2:30 p.m.ish, he was wearing a suit, red tie, and had gotten a barcode tattoo on the neck. His girlfriend swooned.
He looks badass.
Meanwhile, at Hogwarts Academy, everyone was working hard to set up tonight's Enchantment Under the Sea dance. Letter C. Cancer.
Oh.
Harry and his gang were hanging out behind the magic potion bike shed, smoking cigarettes, roughhousing, and someone had snuck some of the old man's liquor. Bastard! Shouted Harry as his friends laughed. Yeah, they were swearing too.
They should swear as little dicks.
Everyone was trying their hardest to make sure the dance was set up, and with Harry and his friends slacking off, they had to put in even more effort. But what could they do? Harry was pretty cavalier with the old spells. Nobody wanted to end up with an extra dick that Ron would inevitably punch, so they just kept their mouths shut and continued with their work. Some of the students from the Assassin Academy watched through binoculars from atop a hill. Great job, man. There's more than enough wizards in there, said one of the students to Agent 47. Once the dance starts, we sneak in and get us some literal A-grade wizard hearts. The Hitman Hire students were pumped. Kill whoever you want, but leave Harry Potter to me, said Agent 47. He thought he'd be apprehensive, or sad to see his old friend die, but after years of abuse, the thought made him giddy. The dance was in full swing as the assassins in training crept nearer the entrance. They would have entered long ago, but they had to wait for Harry to get there. He was busy trying to sexually assault Marty McFly's mum. It's tradition. Eventually, Harry and chums arrived and entered the dance, dickishly. Agent 47 and the others waited a few minutes before storming the dance. It was a bloodbath. Wizards are way more powerful than assassins, and everyone except Agent 47 was killed. I knew I shouldn't have taken this job. DJ, said the DJ during the battle. Harry had Agent 47 cornered. You thought you could just show up and kill us all, you fucking muggle. Agent 47 showed no fear. You used to be cool, he said. Harry fucking lost it. I'm cooler than I've ever been. He blasted Agent 47 with some magic from his magic wand. Agent 47 fell to the ground. Dead this time.
Ooh.
I'm a fucking wizard! Why would you fuck with me? Harry cried at the lifeless body of his former idol. Everyone but Harry went back to dancing. But suddenly, record scratch noise, and the music stopped. Everyone looked up to the DJ. He stood silent for a few minutes before removing his mask, revealing himself to be Agent 47. Harry looked down to where the body was. It was gone. Because you're a dick, said Agent 47 coolly, before shooting a bullet into the insides of Harry Potter. As Harry lay there dying, Agent 47 walked up to him. I outsmarted you, Harry. You, a wizard. And as you know, if you outsmart a wizard, you become a wizard. There was a quick ceremony and it was official. Agent 47 laughed.
Is that true?
Yeah, by these rules, yeah.
Oh, by your own rules?
No, Hitman.
Oh.
Rules of the world of Hitman.
Awesome.
If you outsmart a wizard, you become a wizard.
Brilliant, love it.
Agent 47 laughed. Harry may have once been his most cherished and loved friend, but he showed no remorse. He was happy Harry was dying. The end.
Sorry, I thought you were going to add something at the
That's
end.
not the end, I'm just kidding.
Alright, okay.
I should have let that bully beat the shit out of you 10 years ago, he said to Harry callously. Harry was trying to speak, gargling blood and sputtering. What is it? Agent 47 mocked. You want to tell me how much of a better wizard I am? He leaned in close, pretending to give a shit. I'm glad my plan worked, Harry said peacefully. What are you talking about? All I ever wanted was for you to be a wizard, and this was the only way. I will always love you, old friend. He died right there in Agent 47's arms. Agent 47 was about to scream, no, from the top of his lungs, but the end.
Oh, great. Oh, that's a great way to end it. Woo, what a roller coaster ride.
Had some twists in there.
Jeez. Woo. Don't know if that was really good. That was just like all your other ones. It wasn't top heavy. It wasn't more Hitman than Harry Potter. It was so equal. Wow, well done. Yeah, it was actually a very good story, very enjoyable. I kind of was following it. I was quite into it. But it didn't meander. It had a good beginning, middle, and an end. I was able to follow it to the end. Didn't fall asleep one time.
Do you feel sorry for Harry Potter in it?
I mean,
it's kind of like a Twilight Zone thing, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's that horrible situation. He's like, oh, damn you do. But I mean, he did sort of do a nice thing at the end. But
but that's the point. He was always nice. He had to make it. It's weird because you just have to outsmart a wizard. So you probably should have played chess with him and lost or something. But yeah.
There's a lot of questions. Clearly, there's always a lot of questions.
Probably shouldn't pluck holes in my own story, but
there's always a lot of questions. That's true. But no, I'm very impressed. Very impressed with that story. Really enjoyable.
Thank you, man.
Puts pressure on me now. Alright, my turn. My story. Alright, well, let me just find the bit on my phone. So my story is
You probably
called...
want to pick up your phone if you're going to look for the bit on your phone.
Peripheral vision, shut up, you know.
Okay.
It's got a brilliant viewing angle.
You never need to swipe or anything like that and scroll the screen along.
It's very intuitive auto scroll. So my story is called Hitman Boy, The Deathly Hallows.
Okay.
Right, okay? Yeah.
That's a Harry Potter thing, yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I think it might actually be the name of one of the books. Hitman Boy. I said it now, so I have to do something with it. Alright, no, I'm not doing it, right? So, Hitman is a little boy. I mean, Agent 47 is a little boy. He's called Angela. He gets picked on for it. So he likes to be called Agent, is his nickname. But the 47 thing, that's nonsense. There's no way a child would be called Agent 47. Just saying.
You're right, there's no way a child.
That's ridiculous. So his name's Angela. His parents call him Angie. It's a family name. They're of Amish stock. It's quite a common first. You know that weird stuff. It's always to explain it that way. So Angela's the name of his family, and he's called Angela. And his father and mother. It's not that bad. You go by Angie. It's not that bad. It's like still a total woman's name, Dad. He said in his slightly Amish American accent. It's annoying. He's also got very short hair, but he's not bald. It's not bald. He's got hair. He just has it short, and because that's how his family keep it. It's in a warm climate. I'm not saying where they live. I'd have to think about that. So he's going by Angie, but when he's by himself, he calls himself Agent. And he's got a friend, Harry Potter, lives next door. His little mate Harry Potter lives with his parents. They're not very nice to him. They're not his parents. His parents are dead or something. He's like an orphan, but he lives with
So you wrote again. I don't like
just coincidence. Just coincidence. And they're playing in a sandpit, right? Now Harry Potter has a big sandpit. Now Harry Potter's not very popular. He's just a little short fat kid, and he's got glasses, and everyone knows everyone hates kids with glasses, so he's not very popular. There's no bullies or anything. I'm not getting into a bully storyline here. There's little boys.
So in your story, you wrote, "I'm not getting into a bully story." Here.
It's just reminding the audience that there was a bully in your story. I don't remind them.
Right. So
I think it's the same.
That's not what you're.
No, there's no bully.
Okay.
Just saying, there's two lonely kids that nobody particularly likes. One's Harry Potter, just a normal kid. He's not a wizard. He wears glasses, but that's the only similarity, which is all it takes, really, because you and I get called Harry Potter all the time, you especially, which is annoying. You've got floppier hair than me, I guess. I don't have Harry Potter hair. But anyway, they live next door to each other, but there's this wooden fence, and they're quite timid kids, and the fence is like 6.5 feet, so they've been living together next door to each other since they were babies, but they've never actually met. They go to the same school.
Are they aware of each other?
No, they're really lonely and they don't intermingle with other kids. They're not good with other kids.
They're not good with other kids.
But Harry Potter basically finds his mum and dad's, his auntie and uncle, his old mum and dad's spell book. It's just a big ass spell book. One of those books that when you open it, you have to blow on it to get rid of the dust.
Right.
It's a big ass spell book. So obviously, what you do with books like that, because they're so big ass and spelly, you have to when you say you're going to close the book and you know you're not going to open it for a while because you're going to go away on a car journey that you may die of because because Voldemort will kill you. That's what happens in the books, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, right, okay.
So when you get the book, you open up each page, you just put a fine layer of dust to close it, next page, fine layer of dust, and then you close it. You put it gently away, make sure nothing's lying on it so it doesn't leave any marks, and then put some stuff over it, just gently lay some stuff at angles so you can see it. It's fucking clear as day, but there's an umbrella and some documents. They're not important documents, but you just move all that shit away and then you pick up the book, then you have to blow on it and you have to wipe it. just proves it's such a big ass spellbook. So Harry Potter finds a book, he's got bad asthma, so he has to wait till his auntie and uncle come home to blow on it for him and all this. He's really quite a weaselly, weak little kid.
Quite a lot of your characters have asthma.
Yeah, he's got asthma, okay, yeah, I know, he's got asthma. So he waits for them to come home, and they come home, and he's like, auntie and uncle, I forgot your names. Forgot your name, sorry. Can you open this big ass spell book for me? And they're like, where'd you get that? He goes, it was the mum and dad's things upstairs. She's like, I told you to destroy the things. Gerald, he's called. Gerald. And he goes, probably not fucking Harry. No, I don't know his name, right? You should destroy these things, husband. And he goes, I was going to. I've been busy. I played golf. She goes, right, well, I'll destroy it now. Harry, get away from that book. What do you want it for? And he goes, it's my mum and dad's legacy and maybe burn you guys up and shit. I don't know. It's going in the bin. You can't be trusted with magic. There's evil in you, boy, they said. At that point, Harry's cousin comes in, he drives in his car. It's like a fucking, I don't even know what it is. It's like a convertible thing, red, loud, noisy. Maybe it's Corvette, possibly. And pulls in metal music playing. Goes straight upstairs. He stays in his room. You don't really see him much. That's it. So she throws the big book. She goes, you know what? I'm not going to put it in our bin because you'll just go in the bin like the fucking rat you are. Harry's like, whoa, auntie, whoa. I didn't mean I was going to burn you guys up and shit. That was just a joke. She's like, no, I can't be trusted. Not going in our bin. I'm going to throw it over the fence that you're so fucking scared of, you little piss, Anne. Fucking wooden fence! Husband! Where did they fucking get this kid? He's pathetic! He's like, sweetheart, in the plot, in the story, I don't like him just as much as you, but steady, okay? You've just got home from work. You've not had your gin and tonic yet. She's like, fine, throwing it over this book. Hope it lands in their bin. I don't fucking care if it goes all over their roses and shit. She fucking storms back into the house. Total bitch, man. Total bitch. So Harry's like, he's sad and shit because he wanted to touch the dusty tomb, as it were. That's not euphemism for anything. It never should be. Jesus. So he's back. I picture him always, and obviously I've written him as well, as just always being in the front garden, sitting there playing with like one truck with like two wheels.
Just going back and forth.
Yeah, and there's the two front wheels, so you can't even half drive it like by holding it, sort of looking at it from an angle, pretending it's a full toy truck. It's a shit kid. It's a shame. He often goes up to his cousin's room and will bang on the door, but he's always masturbating. He's private. You don't see him. You don't see him at all. So Hitman, no, not Hitman. Agent. We're in his world. He's called Agent. He's in the other Angela, but he goes by Agent. He calls himself Agent when he's with himself
he does, yeah,
and his imaginary friends. He's got imaginary friends,
right,
like fucking Nathan Drake and Lara Croft, and all the people from PlayStation All Stars fighting game. Then Kratos.
Agent 47 in that? I don't think he is even.
He probably isn't even in that now. It's probably in Smash Brothers and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kirby's quite similar to him. So he goes. He's walking around his garden. It's much the same. Lonely little kid. Wished he had a friend. Wishes there was someone just like him, really close by. You know. Oh yeah, Agent's got shitty parents too. They're loving, but their heads are in the clouds. I mean, he's called Angela. Dad's called Marjorie. The mum's called Margarine. It's ridiculous. And they chose those names. It's a ridiculous thing. Oh, they're old Amish names. That can only get you so far, my friend. Okay. He goes into work. He's like, Marjorie. Mr. Marjorie, you've not been at work for 2 weeks. You've not been dealing with the accounts for 2 weeks. And he goes, hey, I sometimes have to not be at work, okay? It's an old Amish thing. And he goes, oh, his boss is looking through the book of old Amish things going, all right, it's in here, but one of these days, you know that time you were masturbating in your colleague's desk? That was in there too, but the Amish book is handwritten in his handwriting, and it would just appear on the boss's desk one day. He never questioned it. Never questioned it once. And it had loads of blank pages, and they're being filled in. They're filled in, and it's so often like the thing he's just done. It's being filled in the book. It's ridiculous. The boss is an idiot. Everyone thinks the boss is an idiot, but this guy's boss is a total idiot. I could do a whole story just about him. I've got so much lore and backstory for this guy. It's amazing. He's amazing. But anyway, Agent. He's walking in his garden, finds a big spell book, and goes, Jesus, this is an awesome spell book. But when he opens it, it's not a spell book at all. It's got a big hole cut out of it, and there's something cool hidden inside. I'm going to ask what you think it is, but don't worry, I already know what it is. I'm not going to use what you said.
And so something cool in it?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, something we both wanted as a kid.
Game Boy.
So close! It's a barcode battler. It's a fucking barcode battler. I'm not even joking, right? But the thing is, Hitman, this is the crazy thing, he already has a barcode battler, right? He literally does, right? Because basically, and this is a slightly twisted world, but he got a barcode battler once and he loved it. He was scanning in his cornflakes and going, wow, that's got 8 HP. And he goes, you know what I'll do? And he tattooed himself. He went to a tattoo parlour. Basically, he doesn't have any friends, so he got on his shoulders of one of his imaginary friends, wore a big trench coat, and went to the tattoo place, and he got a little barcode in the back of his neck, which makes him the ultimate barcode battler hero. Right. So he's so chuffed about this, and he scans himself into one, and then goes, now I've got 2. I can give one to my best friend. He hasn't got any friends. He's pissed off, and he goes, right, well, you know what? It's probably technically not mine. It probably belongs to the nice old couple that live next door. I have no idea. I mean, that wood it's like a million miles high. It's like the fucking wall. I see Jon Snow up there telling us that the winter's coming. I'm not going near that. These kids are really scared of this wall. It's so stupid. They can just walk around the garden.
But, so the barcode battler was in there. Was that Harry's parents put it in there?
No, what happens is Hitman, Angie, no, well, yeah, they wanted him to have it. But you'll find out why in a minute. So Angie goes into the house and says, Mum and Dad, I've got this dusty old tomb. And they go, what? Dusty old tomb? Oh, right, okay, sorry, we thought you meant something else. And he goes, what did you think I meant? Because that's an old euphemism going way back. You don't want to know. It says, you don't want to know. It's an old Amish thing, an Amish sexual thing, a sexually aggressive Amish act. And he goes, Dad, when you initially said, I don't want to know, you were right. So, anyway, his dad goes, right, well, where'd you get that? He goes, it was next door. The family threw it over the fence. And he goes, you stole it from the family next door! what's that inside? He goes, it's a barcode battler. He goes, it's witchcraft. He goes, no, Dad, I've been through this. I already have a barcode battler. We've been through this. Witchcraft, science, pseudoscience, Scientology. It's terrible. It's evil. It's the devil. He goes, Dad, Mum, tell him. She goes, I have, son, told him so many times about the barcode battler. He knows what it does. Husband, we've been through this so many times. It actually works when they're Amish, that they say husband and wife for some reason. And we've been through this. You know what it does? It reads the barcodes on your son's tattoo. Tattoo! The devil's mark! It's like, okay, your father's having an episode. You go outside and play. Go and give it to the other family. Give it back to them. Go knock on the door and say, did you lose this? Why would I do that? I don't know. They might give you candy or something. Don't tell your father. I said, candy! Oh my God! The devil's nectar! It's like, Jesus, say anything. Just say anything. Okay, Wellington's the devil's leg sheath. See, he just makes it up as he goes along. Say something else, son. Say something else. He goes, ukulele. The devil's tiny piano guitar. Husband, you're off your head. There's not even a piano involved. He goes, sometimes it sounds a bit like a piano. Playing a certain way. It's like, okay, he needs his Ritalin. Son, go next door and give him the barcode battler back. So he goes over and says, hey, knock on the door. Hey, oh, Harry Potter answers the door. Hello, who are you? I'm Harry Potter. I'm a little kid. I'm just like you. We're very similar. All right. I got this barcode battler. You threw it away. I didn't. My family did. But I'll take it. Well, why didn't they want you to have it? I don't know. I'll take it. Just give it to me. He's like, okay. He goes, should we go to your room and look at your room? Why? I don't know. Parents always tell each other to show each other our rooms. Like, we should be proud of them. I don't give a shit. He goes, all right, let's just play barcode battler right here at the front step. Why? Because it's quicker than taking the story inside. All right, sit down here and play it. He goes, you know what's really cool, Harry Potter, my friend I just made, and I'm really, my best friend in the whole world. If anything happened to you, I'd be devastated. Totally feel the same way, mate. Cool. I've got a barcode on the back of my neck. He goes, that's amazing, so do I. He goes, what? Mind explode! You actually have a barcode on the back of your neck. Suddenly they're teenagers and they use text speak a lot. And they probably won't anymore because I can't bother continuing. So Harry Potter goes, yeah, I got one. I'm an orphan. And he goes, oh, what? He goes, yeah, orphans all have barcodes. He goes, do they? He goes, yeah, I'm sure they do. I did. They bought me at the orphan shop, scanned me in, I cost whatever, and like Maggie Simpson and Simpsons. That joke gives me a lot at school. I do go to school. I know the narrative has been basically told that I'm like James the Giant Peach or some shit, and I'd have nobody in my life, just like a Tim Burton character on a fucking cliff, a house on a cliff, on the edge of the cliff, forever and ever playing with a broken fucking toy. That's what they see. That's how they see me. He goes, all right, calm down. We just became friends. You get a bit intense. Let's just battle each other with our barcodes. He goes, all right, let's do that. So Harry Potter batters in, and so does the other guy, and they batters in. Yeah, they scan in the barcodes. There's loads of numbers. They add the numbers up, and they go, right now, what do we do? He goes, I don't know. Never got this far. He goes, shite, innit? He goes, yeah. What do you want to do when you grow up? Oh, I'll probably be a wizard. What about you? Hitman, probably. He goes, you're going to kill wizards? He goes, nah, I don't see why I would. He goes, cool. All right, good. We're friends now. The end.
Brilliant. Oh my God.
The end. I had to finish it somehow. I mean, the story ends.
Good stuff, man. Again, written down,
stream of
preemptively.
Stream of consciousness. I mean, that's how it's written.
Yes. Yeah. That was very, very funny, man. That was very good.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, really funny story.
Yeah, that's actually one of the DLC story missions from the new Hitman. Go.
Okay, so that's another episode of Crossover Quest.
That's another one in the can. It seems to be going okay. Still doing it. That's always a good sign.
Yeah.
We don't usually stick things out that long.
No. This is like 4? Whoa, and double figures.
Still only 4. God, I feel like we've been on 4 for ages. Oh, well, next week will be 5, and then, whatever's next after 5.
So this week we did Harry Potter and Hitman. I nearly forgot, even though we literally just did it.
Yeah.
So, do you expect any fan backlash this time? This is a...
Well, Harry Potter is so huge that you're bound to disappoint someone. I didn't really do anything that bad to Harry Potter. You made him to be a total prick.
Didn't he have... No,
obviously, with the Hitman stuff, I focused on his formative years. They're not really covered in them. Actually, in Hitman, I'm pretty sure he's cloned, and they're all bald from birth, and they're given the barcode, and they're just clones, and I don't think they have childhood.
Yeah, people don't care about clones, so no backlash there.
Yeah, no backlash there. But I don't know if Hitman fans will be upset with our use. Maybe saying, oh my god, I can't believe you didn't incorporate the Bastard's Palace scene in the third game. That's ridiculous.
I think they'll be more pissed off at me saying, like, what was Blood Money a game? Like, of course Blood Money was a game. What are you playing at?
I know. They're probably going to be really pissed off by going, Jesus, for the 50th time, there's no fucking comics.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there is comics. It's probably
definitely, yeah.
If there's not, then there's Mass Effect comics. Probably people who need video game comics.
But
or something else.
I'm expecting heavy backlash, heavy backlash from the Harry Potter.
Change.org.
Yeah, petitions.
Yeah.
Facebook campaigns. Those guys holding a sign saying, "If I get 1,000 likes, crossover request was really shit because of Harry Potter."
Yeah. Fucking Ricky Gervais gonna put a picture on Facebook of some tart next to a dead giraffe and go, "Look what these guys did. Look at this crossover request."
Wrote a fucking story about Harry Potter.
Yeah.
How dare they?
Look what happened to this poor giraffe. Dickheads.
Well, no, good for Ricky Gervais though.
I'm all behind him on
just
that.
not if he does it about us.
No, just don't. Ricky Gervais, is a plea to you as a fellow podcaster. Please do not blame us for any of the atrocities committed in your name, because there are people doing it because of Ricky Gervais. They're misreading.
They're going, kill this elephant. I get fucking shared
by. Do you know who shares most pictures of dead animals? Ricky Gervais. If you want to get on his good side, kill an animal. He loves it. They're missing the point.
Yeah. Well,
so what are we doing next?
Next week,
I actually have no idea at this point. Literally no idea. I have no idea what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, next week it's the Little Mermaid and L.A. Noire.
Yeah, you did mention this one before. Just full disclosure. Don't want to get sued by Kotaku or any sort of shit. That's great. L.A. Noire, Little Mermaid. Yep. L.A. Noire, everyone. No, that's actually probably the most niche thing we've done yet. Because Little Mermaid, of course, Disney film. We've been on Disney before. Have we done Disney before?
No, I think so.
We've been quite good, haven't we? Yeah. So, yep, Little Mermaid.
Quite good.
We've been quite good. We've done too much Disney. Little Mermaid, great. Everyone knows that. Under the Sea. Actually, I wrote a lyric for that song, you know.
Down where it's moisture, down where there's oysters.
Yeah, that's the one. You know, in Under the Sea, where it's like, darling, it's better. Down where it's wetter. Take it from me. I did the one where it's like, darling, it's moister. Down where there's oysters. It's a great lyric.
That's a good lyric.
It should be in the film. It wasn't even in the direct-to-DVD sequel or anything. Maybe it'll be in my story. And of course, the L.A. Noire.
Yeah,
it's an interesting choice. A strange choice.
Because remember when L.A. Noire came out, it was like a big deal. So it's going to be a big franchise.
It was a big deal before it came out because we saw the footage. It looked amazing.
But yeah, that's what we're doing next week.
Tell them what it is quickly. Tell them what.
Oh, L.A. Noire was a Rockstar published PC /
no, PS3 only, I think.
Was it? No, it was on Xbox, wasn't it as well?
No, just PS3.
It was a PS3 game.
I'm pretty sure it was a PS3 game.
It was a Rockstar published PS3 exclusive game about crime in LA, and they had faces that were real. Yeah, the faces were real. That's pretty much all. It was a generic. I never played it, so I'm soon like
cool game in a way because it was set in the 40s, which is interesting. But yeah, they've used this new technology that made them look like they had real human faces. Awesome. If you like Mad Men, then play it because it's got the entire cast of Mad Men in it.
And if you like the sound of that, then be sure to listen next week where we have a story that's half about that.
I don't promise half. I can't be that accurate. It'll be something about that.
Between the two of us, it will be at least half a story. There'll be at least half a story about Eleanor between the two of us.
Yeah, and some Little Mermaid as well. So everyone join us next week where it's moister, because we'll be having light. That didn't even remotely work. I don't know why I was thinking. Darling, it's better. Listening to Crossover Request. You can watch it on YouTube as well.